All right, guys, I'm on 46th Street, and right there is Times Square. I'm leaving Times Square, but I wanted to show you how many cool places they have on this block alone. So this is the Broadway show, Death Becomes Her, and it's a huge, huge show. But it's not the only huge show on this block. You see the cabs are lined up out here. Every one of these guys is waiting for someone to come out of the Marquee Theater. Today is Wednesday, so they have Broadway shows, and they're waiting for people to come out of the Broadway show. Instead of driving around on the street, they're sitting here waiting for someone to come to them. So the line will get a little long, and you know what taxi is waiting or on duty when it's got the yellow light on top. When the yellow light is on top, they want you, and they're available. This is Stranger Things. This is a huge Broadway show. If you watch the TV show on Netflix, then you're already up on what the show's about. I don't know much about it, but the reviews have been crazy. Come right in here to the box office, buy your tickets right inside, and it's a visceral thrill ride, stunning by a quantum leap. And that's from Variety, so you know they're telling you the truth. Lewis McCartney is a revelation and a career-making performance, and that's from Deadline. And there's Lewis McCartney, I think. I don't know. It's a smashing piece of entertainment. So that is one of the other big shows on here. This guy's yelling at himself. Just be careful. I don't want no problem. If they're yelling at themselves, you just keep walking. This is the biggest one on the block. This is Hamilton. It's a wonderful musical. Some of the most intricate lyrics of all time. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's been on my show, penned it. It's fantastic. It is Hamilton. Across the street is Bond 45, and that's a phenomenal place. If you haven't been inside, let me just take you inside and show you, because it's in the Hotel Edison. Now, the Hotel Edison is the first hotel in New York or in America that had electric lights in all the rooms. That's a fact. This is the Edison Hotel. It's one of the classic hotels in New York. Again, I'm just showing you things that are on 46th Street. This is an old school Art Deco type of building. This is Bond 45. Go and have a drink, get yourself a burger. And then they have these wonderful murals here. And this is all Times Square. Most people probably don't realize that. But it's Times Square back in the 20s or the 30s. There's George Cohen. Give my regards to Broadway. There's Houdini. Anyways, this is the crossroads of the world. But as you can see, they got horse and carriage and the first Model A right there. Now keep an eye on these guys, because they're holding the balloons. And that's like Felix the Cat. I'll show you more of the balloons in a second. But this is allegedly Times Square in the 30s. And here you'll see the newspaper boy. Extra, extra, read all about it. It says right here. Edison Hotel opens 1931 when Thomas Edison flips the switch. He was in Menlo, New Jersey, as he flipped that switch and turned on the lights in this hotel. Now across here, that was in the 1930s. Now we're going to go to the 1940s, and you know that because it's the end of World War II. And there's the famous nurse kissing the sailor. That would be sexual assault nowadays. This is Father Duffy. He's right outside this building in Duffy Square, right in the middle of Times Square. And now remember I said keep an eye on the balloons? Now you got Popeye, and you got Smokey the Bear, And it's still, they're holding the balloons, but also, this is still Times Square. Pretty cool, right? Except the stars are different. It looks like you got Marlon Brando coming here. So this would be the 40s to the 50s. There's Citizen Kane. There's Fred Astaire. There's what's her face. I don't know who the hell that is. And looks like Gene Kelly. Very cool. And then we get to the 70s. And you know this is the 70s because you see the gay police officer. And look at him. Look at his eyes. Where's he looking? Oh, I see. You're looking at him. And of course they got the hot dogs. And they got the stripper girl. Put a bra on. And look at the cop. He ain't doing nothing. Headless body found. Cop reading the newspaper. If you look at the painting, it's a cab driver. You see his hands on the wheel here? The cab driver, he has a vacancy, which means he's picking up fares. And look who the cab driver is. It's Travis Bickle. And you know him because he is in the movie Taxi Driver. Pretty cool, right? And then again, all 70s, so they have the 70s cars. 80s because it's hip hop. And then, remember, there's the guy still holding balloons. Now you got Mickey. You got the porno theaters. People-rama. You got pimps and hoes. You got love. And Jesus says, search the scriptures. And then over here you've got John Voight. There's Dustin Hoffman. I'm walking here, Midnight Cowboy. And there's Jodie Foster. You know her from Taxi Driver. She was a 12-year-old hooker. Very cool. This whole hallway is fantastic. And then you're gonna head up. Look at all the stuff. It still has the red on the carpets. It's just an old school, really cool hotel. Now, if you're in New York and you're tired, you want to come kick it. Then here's a little tiny gift shop. I always say this is a great place to come kick it because nobody's gonna mess with you. You come in here and there's big ass couches, more murals. There's when New York was like the Garden of Eden type of thing. Over here is the New York Yankees. And then they've got the Cotton Club, which is a throwback to Harlem. And then again, they've got couches, big ass chairs. You can just come in and sit and relax. It looks pretty busy, like people are checking in and checking out. And here's a nod to the airplane, the blimp, the train, the car, the ships. And then there's Radio City Music Hall up there. And then last but not least, my favorite is the Statue of Liberty. Bring me your poor, your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free as they come 2 months at sea, coming from Europe to the land of milk and honey, where the streets are paved with gold, and then they end up in Hell's Kitchen, New York, and go, oh shit. All right. That is a really cool look inside the Hotel Edison. You can enter on 46 or 47. They filmed part of The Godfather in this building. I'm going to take you back out to 46 because remember, I'm showing you all the cool shit on 46th Street. Then I'm going to eat. Anybody want to join me for lunch? Again, right there is Hamilton. And if you want to join Scientology, you can do that right here. Just join Scientology right there. Over here is chess. This is a huge show. And they've got these pizzerias and different spots you can eat at all the way up and down the block. It's going to lead you from Times Square to 8th Avenue, which is where we're headed now. I hope you enjoyed my little walk on 46th Street. But tune into the next video because I'm going to take you on another cool part of 46th Street. That's 8th Avenue right there, cutting across. We're going to cross 8th Avenue. We're going to stay on 46th Street. And I'm going to do part 2 of this video, which is Restaurant Row. One of the coolest spots you can come to in New York City. So make sure you like this video or hate it, I don't care. Like it or hate it. And then we'll go check out my next video. I'll upload after this one so you can see more of 46th Street. I'm not going out of my way. I'm walking there because I'm going to eat. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, brought to you from my new DJI Action 6 camera. God bless.